Maybe you are like me, always looking for inspiration and ideas for the next project, always thinking about how to give life to anything I want to build. The funny thing is, the next project does not always have to be a house, a base, or a big thing. Small things can make a big difference, turning an otherwise boring space into something we enjoy spending time with, a place you actually want to return to many times. You can add many small things to your worlds, like small bridges, lamp posts, even grass. My favorite one is for sure a custom tree. I use custom trees everywhere. Unfortunately, custom trees are not easy to build, or at least make them look nice. On the other hand, there are types of small builds that we can make very easily and do more than you think. I am talking about wells, ponds, and fountains. Those elements can not only fill empty spaces, but become points of interest in your world. They can also be used as aesthetic infinite sources of water. My very first build in Bridgetown was actually a well. I wanted to avoid going downhill every time I needed water and didn't want to start my seed with just a hole in the ground. But more than that, like everything else you build, you can imagine a story for it, or many stories actually. Like this small well I built some time ago. My initial idea was to have it in the middle of a forest, far from any other building. It would be just sitting there, in ruins, alone. Something from a distant past that time turned into a legend, something I could write stories about. I built it, and then I realized I can use it in other places, and so I did. I used it in my high mountains village to give life to the temple. Here, I imagine a mystical story. Its waters are believed to possess healing effects. Many people would come looking for the well and its magical waters. I also used a smaller version of it in the monastery at Bridgetown. In this case, the story was simpler. It is just a well where the monks grabbed water for cooking, cleaning and drinking. But I also imagine all the meetings and conversations to which this well was a witness. Maybe even a fight or two. Maybe someone fell into it. Who knows? Because it is so simple, you can build it like I'll show you, or be inspired by it and make your own. The materials you will need are here. You can also find the list in the description. For the well, you need an area of 7 by 7 blocks. If you want to add a pathway like I did, reserve an area of 13 by 13 blocks. I recommend keeping the 13 by 13 area, even if you don't want to build the pathway, to guarantee some space between the well and any other buildings you may already have or will have in the future. Now we dig the hole. It has a cross-shaped section and is 10 blocks deep. Fill the walls with stone bricks or any block you prefer. You can add some gradient, but I think it's not worth it, as these walls won't be visible most of the time. I like the idea of adding a few gravel blocks to the bottom though. It's also optional, but it creates a nice effect when you look into the well from above and will help with the decoration later on. The border at the top is made basically of stairs. To create the sense this well is old, I replaced some stairs with mossy and cobblestone variations. For the same reason, I replaced some stairs with slabs and a cracked stone bricks block. I also left one of the corners without a block. The internal corners are made of chiseled stone bricks, but in one of them I used a cracked stone bricks block instead. The pillars are a mix of walls, including some mossy variations. They have different heights because it's missing a few parts. I did it this way because it helps increase the feeling this is an old well. The pathway around the well, if you decide to make it like me, is made of dirt paths, gravel, and cracked and mossy stone bricks. Of course, you can use different blocks to match the place where you are building the well. There are only a couple details for us to finish. Let me tell you, I appreciate you decided to watch this video. If you feel so, click the like button and leave me a comment. I would love to read what you think about this video and any suggestions you may have. Back to the well. We are missing two things. The first is the water. The second detail is adding some life to the well. I know, this one is optional. It depends a lot if you wanna give the well the sense it is currently in use or if it's more of a decorative thing. If that's the case, I add some seagrass and kelp on top of the gravel. I also like to add some sea pickles. The well will look nice at night, illuminated from the inside. To finish, I would add some lily pads at the surface. And that's it! A well is to build, survival friendly, very cheap in terms of material that you can build even when you are just starting a new world. Build it and let your imagination run free. Thanks for watching. See ya in the next video. Bye bye!